Hi, my name is Tanya. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I am 38 years old, and this is the true story of how I lost everything and slowly, quietly learned to hope again. I didn't always feel strong. For a long time, I felt broken. It started in 2020. My husband, Mark, got very sick. Not the flu, not a cold, something worse. The doctors didn't know at first. Tests, hospitals, long nights. I worked at a small bookstore, $13 an hour, but I stopped going. I had to take care of Mark. He couldn't walk, he couldn't eat alone. I gave him medicine, I held his hand, I smiled, even when I wanted to cry. After 6 months, they found out ALS, a disease that takes away your strength slowly. There is no cure. I read everything. I prayed. I begged. But his body kept getting weaker. We had no savings. Our insurance didn't cover everything. I sold my car, then our TV, then Mark's guitar, the one he played when we first met. One night, he looked at me and said, Tanya, don't waste your life on me. I cried and said, you are not a waste. You are my life. But inside, I was tired, so tired. Then one morning in March, he didn't wake up. I sat by his bed for an hour, holding his hand, not moving, just breathing. The world felt quiet, empty. I buried him, came home. The house was too big, too silent. I didn't cook, I didn't clean, I didn't answer the phone. My sister, Lena, came to visit. She said, Tanya, you need help. I said, I just need him back. She hugged me. I know, but he is gone, and you're still here. She stayed for a week, made food, washed my clothes, sat with me when I cried. When she left, I thought, what now? I had no job, no money, no reason to get out of bed. But one day, I opened the curtains. Sunlight came in. It touched the floor. It touched my feet. I thought, at least the sun still comes. I started small. I made my bed just once, then again the next day. I took a shower, washed my hair, put on real clothes, not pajamas. I walked to the park, just 10 minutes, sat on a bench, watched kids play. One woman smiled at me. I smiled back. Small things, but they mattered. I knew I couldn't go back to the bookstore. It had closed during the pandemic. So I looked for other work. Gas station, no. Grocery store, no openings. Restaurants, we are not hiring. I felt like nobody wanted me. Then I saw a sign at the library. Free computer class for beginners. I went. It was just 3 people. An older man, a young girl, and me. The teacher, Mr. David, was kind. He taught us how to use email, how to search online, how to type. I came every Tuesday and Thursday. After 2 weeks, I could write a sentence without looking at the keyboard. One day, Mr. David said, Tanya, you are learning fast. Have you thought about online work? I said, like what? He told me about data entry, transcription, virtual assistant jobs. People work from home, use a computer, get paid. I didn't believe it at first, but I tried. I made a simple resume. Mr. David helped. I applied to 5 jobs. 1 week passed. No answer. Then An email. Hello, Tanya. Thank you for your application. Would like to offer you a trial task. It was for a small company in Texas. Transcribe short voice messages. Pay $12 per hour. I did the task at 2 a.m. with coffee and shaky hands. They said, "Good work. You are hired." I cried, not sad tears, happy ones. I started working 3 hours a day, then four, then five. I bought a better chair, a small lamp, and finally a new laptop. I still miss Mark every day, but now I had something else, a reason to wake up. I saved money, paid my bills, bought real food, not just rice and beans. I joined a grief group at the community center. Once a week, we sat in a circle, shared our stories. One man said, "I feel guilty for laughing again." I said, "I cried today, but I also saw a butterfly. It was blue, and I smiled." They clapped, not because it was big, but because it was real. Slowly, I started doing more. I helped Mr. David teach the computer class. I showed new students how to type, how to send an email. One girl said, "You are good at this, Tanya." I said, "I'm just like you. I started with nothing." I began volunteering at a women's shelter, helped them answer phones, fixed their websites, taught a few women how to use computers. One woman, Keisha, said, "You talk slow. I understand you. You are not scared to help." I realized I wasn't broken. I was healing. And healing is a kind of strength. 2 years passed. I still work from home. Now I make $18 an hour. I help 3 small businesses. I even started a tiny blog, just stories about starting over. I don't write every day, but when I do, I say what I feel. One post says, "Hope is not a loud thing. It's the quiet voice that says, 'Try again tomorrow.'" I read it when I feel low. I still go to the grief group. But now I bring cookies and I listen more than I speak. I planted flowers outside my house this spring. Marigolds. They are bright orange. They grow fast. Lena says, "You are different now." I say, "I am not the same, but I am okay with that." I don't move on from Mark. I carry him with me, in my heart, in the songs I play, in the quiet mornings. And now I have something I didn't think I'd ever feel again. Peace. Not every day is good. Some days I cry. Some days I stay in bed too long. Some days the silence is too loud. But now I know, even in the dark, there is a small light. And if you don't turn away, it grows. I still don't know what the future holds. Maybe I will teach computer classes full time. Maybe I will write a book. Maybe I will just keep helping one person at a time. But I know this. I don't need to be fixed. I just need to keep going. And that is how I learned to hope again.